anything in the FWA. I'll give you a chance, but you're going to have to start at the bottom and work your way up. If you, Mr. Cabrero, I'm talking to you, look at me. If you can beat an opponent of my choosing, I will give you a title shot.
And so the story was set. Kerry Cabrero versus Mr. Blonde, Alex Shane's head of security. If Cabrero could beat Blonde, he'd get a shot at Doug Williams' British heavyweight title. Cabrero was brought in from the outside by Victoria de Montfort, our lovely lady commissioner, to do a job. That job to rid the FWA of its prime, evil Doug the Anarchist Williams, the man who's holding the title to ransom. Cabrero triumphed with the flatliner. Doug Williams didn't get what he wanted. Doug Williams was left with the prospect of having to face Kerry Cabrero. He'll do that on tonight's show. FWA TV. I'm Mark Priest and I'll be your host for this week's action. Later in the show we've got Doug Williams versus Kerry Cabrero for the FWA British Heavyweight title. But first we've got the first ever FWA Women's match. In the ring we have Shelby and here coming to the ring is Pippa. Pippa Levin, a titan of the women's wrestling scene. Look at her, she's got the goods. She's got the skills to pay the bills in the women's wrestling scene. Her opponent, Shelby, relies on pure animalistic strength. If Pippa tries to go up against Shelby, blow for blow, she's going to come off second best. The only way she's going to beat her is by trying to out-wrestle her. These women know how to wrestle as well, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me that. They're trained in submission techniques. Maybe we'll see some of them tonight. Let's see. An early blow there by Shelby, taking it to Pippa. She's trying to take her down and drive into her with all the power that she musters up in her muscles. She may be a woman, but she's a very, very well-toned woman, a strong woman. I wouldn't like to be in a dark alley with her, because knowing my track record, one wrong hand in one wrong place, and I'd be on the wrong end of a beating. Pippa there taking Shelby down. Pippa was taught by former WWF champion Nilani Kai. She held the women's belt for many, many years and she has passed on her skills to Pippa Levin. Both these women are from Manchester. They fight at an all-women only gym there. They learned to fight tough. They learned to fight like women. Cat fighting, if you want to call it that. They pull no punches with each other. They pull no punches in anything. These women know how to fight, and they're going to show us tonight. Lovely roll through into a cross arm breaker there. She's got the arm extended. Surely even a woman of Shelby's strength can't take much more at this punishment. There's Shelby's manager, Dr. John Farrer, on the outside. He's a doctor of love, and he's found his way into the FWA with his charge, Shelby Beach. Shelby fighting her way out. I said it would take all her strength to escape that cross-arm breaker, and it proved to be so. Fireman's carry takedown into the first cover of the match. Only a 2 count. Pippa's not going to lose that easily. Front face slam out of nowhere. Pippa and Shelby know each other so well. They fought so many times, both in this country and in the United States, where they compete for the GGWA. Many, many other women compete there, including Lita from the WWF. Pippa and Shelby certainly haven't let themselves down in that company, and we're seeing it here tonight. Senior referee Steve Linsky late getting down for the count. That might have been a 3 if he'd have been on the ball. Come on, Steve, concentrate. Pippa calculating. She went for the clothesline. That's not going to work on a woman the size, the strength of Shelby. But like a true combatant, she went straight to another move, a headlock, considering what she's going to do next. But Shelby showing her strength, flipping out of the headlock with the hair. She's playing dirty. Shelby, it seems, is a bit of an acolyte of Doug Williams, our champion, who we're going to see in the second half tonight. She's learned well from him. He hasn't passed on his teachings personally, but she's watched tapes of the man. She's learned how to destroy an opponent. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there. That's the kind of move you see Doug Williams use. And Shelby using it, punishing Pippa, taking her down, and Dr. John Farrar looking very happy. The crowd wondering and watching what's going to be next. Oh, if I've scouted right, this is going to be a leg whip. A rolling leg whip, taking Pippa down. The crowd breaking into applause there. Shelby using all of her skill. Pippa may be the more accomplished wrestler, but Shelby showing that she knows a move or two herself. Shelby calling to the crowd, one more time, she says. And here we see another rolling leg whip. Pippa slammed down to the mat. Shelby, you've got to go for the cover. Dr. John Farrar telling her, cover her, ref. But no, Shelby's not done yet. A monkey flip. Pippa's face, Pippa's beautiful face, driven into the mat. Shelby's going to rearrange her features. Shelby wants to be the most good-looking woman in the FWA. Pippa's already upset Victoria de Montfort. We saw that last week. And out of nowhere, a crucifix. 2, 3, it's a pin. Pippa has pinned Shelby with a crucifix. Shelby's not happy, putting the boot in. Dr. John Farrar instructing her to do so. I'm surprised the coward hasn't joined in himself. That's the kind of man he is. Pippa has made a winning debut in the FWA, but Shelby's showing that this one isn't over yet. Here we see the replay, the crucifix, rolling her over for the 3 count. A win for Pippa, a defeat for Shelby Beach. That was the first ever women's match in the FWA. This is Mark Priest, and when I like to get down at my funky parties, I like to listen to the music on FWA The Music Volume 1, exclusively available at fwamusic.co.uk. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big one. That man there, Kerry Cabrero, versus Doug the Anarchist Williams for the FWA British Heavyweight title, the most prestigious title in British wrestling. But this one isn't just about titles. Victoria de Montfort, our lovely lady commissioner, has shown she's not all about beauty. She's about brains as well, because she's gone for the one man that has beaten Doug Williams in the past. The one man that could beat him again, Kerry Cabrero. They fought up and down the country, usually with the same result, a win for Cabrero. Doug Williams is scared. Cabrero knows that all he has to do is beat Williams 1, 2, 3 in the centre of the ring.
This is for the British Heavyweight Championship. I want a good, clean contest. You have to break of 5. Come on, boys. If I ask you to break, I want you to break. You have to the count of 5 to do so. Otherwise, disqualification. You both understand the rules now. You both understand what's at stake.
Steve Linsky, our head referee, explaining the rules to both men. They couldn't hear a word he was saying, though. They were staring into each other's eyes, looking for a weakness, looking for an advantage. A weakness or an advantage that would give them the victory over their opponents. Kerry Cabrero showing the title off to the fans. That's the title. They want to see him win. He doesn't particularly care about the title, though. All he wants to do is beat Doug Williams. Williams, all he wants to do is get out of the match alive and with his title. The fans don't like to see the title around the waist of Doug Williams. He's a maverick. He has no belief in what the FWA stands for. He believes the FWA stands for one thing, ANARCHY, anarchy. A small number of idiots in the crowd there chanting for Williams. There may be a handful of fans behind the anarchists. The rest are firmly behind Kerry Cabrero. They're standing behind their commissioner, Victoria de Montfort, in trying to bring the title back where it belongs, back to the FWA. The early moments of this match, just a feeling out process. These men know each other so well. Every move anticipated by the other. Every move countered. Every counter, another counter. This could go on all night. Let's hope it doesn't, because our TV time is only 23 minutes. Doug Williams cleverly making it to the ropes there. Oh, and this one's suddenly gone up a tempo. From an early feeling out process, Kerry Cabrero taking it with the blows. Doug Williams fighting back, a shoulder block takes Williams down. Leapfrog into a roll through. That may have been unorthodox, but the result was the same. A pinfall attempt. Cabrero just making it to the ropes. Williams setting out his stall early. He wants this match over. He wants to be back in the showers, getting clean, holding his title. He still wants to be champion. He still wants to hold the FWA ransom. Kerry Cabrero is the only man standing between Doug Williams and his eventual aim, the destruction of the FWA. Back to square one. Doug Williams to a full Nelson. Wearing down. A counter, a reversal by Kerry Cabrero. He's now wearing down Williams. Another reversal. These men know each other so well. I can't stress it enough. A grounded hammerlock there by Doug Williams, really putting the pressure on Kerry Cabrero's shoulder. You might notice that Kerry Cabrero already has a bandage around his elbow. Who knows how he did that? Who knows what mat war he suffered that injury in? But Doug Williams is really concentrating on that arm. There's a roll through, almost a pinning attempt, a reversal. Another reversal there. It's close pins. The tapes will keep rolling. I'll see you after the break. Welcome back to FWA TV. During the break, Doug Williams sought refuge on the outside, daring Kerry Cabrero to come after him. And that's the reason why he was hiding a chair. That chair straight into the face of Kerry Cabrero. Steel met bone, and Kerry Cabrero looks in a lot of pain. Doug Williams laying the boot in. Referee Steve Linsky allowing a bit of leeway here because he knows if he disqualifies Doug Williams, the title remains around the anarchist's waist. The last thing Steve Linsky, as a good company man, wants is the title to remain with the anarchist. He wants to see Kerry Cabrero as the new FWA champion, and he'll allow whatever leeway he needs to help Kerry Cabrero get the job done. Doug Williams complaining to Linsky there that the count wasn't fast enough. I'm sure Linsky's calling it straight down the line. Linsky never does anything fast. Certainly. Oh, beautiful back suplex there by Doug Williams, driving Kerry Cabrero to the mat. Another cover. Only a one count. A two count even, Linsky says. I thought it was only a one. One thing's for sure. Cabrero kicked out before the three. Oh, this looks bad for Cabrero. Williams going for a bow and arrow submission. The pressure being put on the lower back of Kerry Cabrero. Doug Williams, if there's one thing he likes to do, it's hurt his opponents. His semi-final opponent in the FWA tournament. Well, there wasn't one because he'd so badly injured Jody Fleisch in the first round of the tournament that he was given a bye straight to the final. In that final, he faced Scott Parker, a man he'd already injured in week one of our TV show with a piece of metal scaffolding to the ribs of Scott Parker. The way Doug Williams gets things done is to hurt his opponents and potential opponents. He leaves no stone unturned. He leaves no lead unsolved. Kerry Cabrero waistlock, Doug Williams elbow return, Northern Lights suplex for the pin. 2 count only. Doug Williams kicked out of Kerry Cabrero's Northern Lights attempt. Kerry Cabrero tried to end it. He looks like he's in some considerable amount of pain. That's Doug Williams' game. Pain is his game. Not giving Cabrero any time to rest there. Williams picks him up off the mat to the full Nelson, putting the pressure on the back of the neck. Kerry looks dead on his feet and Williams is loving it. Fan cam there shows our audience view of the action. Shows an almost dead Kerry Cabrero. Cabrero fighting out. He's showing fighting spirit. He's showing an enormous amount of spirit. Oh, but it's called a Bubba Bomb in the WWF. Doug Williams taking moves from everywhere, taking whatever he needs to get the job done, throwing those forearms into the back of the neck of Kerry Cabrero. Doug Williams, I may not like the man, but look at him. He's getting the job done with clinical precision. Doug Williams knows that as the FWA British Heavyweight Champion, he can write himself into the record books. He can be the latest name in a long line of champions. Champions like Mark Rollerball Rocco. Champions like Drew McDonald, the Scottish Highlander. Champions like Kendo Nagasaki. Doug Williams can be a legendary name like that. All that's standing in his way is Kerry Cabrero. And look at Kerry Cabrero. He really is giving it the best of British. He's giving it his own best try to try and make Williams submit. Can he make Williams submit at his own game? The pain game? No. Williams makes it to the rope. Williams makes it to the rope. Cabrero's got to break the hold. Cabrero's not prepared to bend or break the rules like Williams does. Williams will bend those rules. He will break those rules. He knows that even should he get disqualified, that title will remain around his waist. Kerry Cabrero has no such luxury. All he's got is the chops. Scoop slam, taking Williams down. Cabrero looks out on his feet, but instinct is driving him on. That instinct is telling him, go to the top rope. You'll do more damage from there. It's going to be a leg drop. But Williams moves. Williams moved out of the way. All the power that would have been driven into Doug Williams' gullet was instead driven upwards into Kerry Cabrero's body. Kerry Cabrero, look at the perspiration on his face. Cabrero is a broken man and Williams is going for the kill. He's going for the chair. Ouch! That is the only word I can use to describe what I've just seen. It's an onomatopoeic word. It's the only emotion I can convey. The emotion of hurt, the emotion of pain that Kerry Cabrero must be feeling in his skull. And Williams further driving Kerry Cabrero's head into the chair, using gravity to help him in his job. A pile driver sending Kerry Cabrero's head onto that steel chair. Look at the chair. Look at it. It's just a shell of its former self. It's a ghost of a chair. There's no way that chair can do any job, much less than what it was designed to do, supporting a man's weight through his backside. Oh! Williams used the chair as a springboard, but Cabrero was waiting for him. I guarantee it wasn't Kerry Cabrero that thought of that move. It was the fighting demon inside him. It said, look for the clothesline. And that was exactly what he did. The clothesline that drove Williams down to the mat. Oh! Backdrop over the top rope. Williams sent onto that hard ramp. What can Cabrero be thinking? Oh! Oh my word. Ladies and gentlemen, just as you think, 95% of the time, the things that go on inside that ring go according to plan. There's a 5% where things go wrong. That chair was so destroyed by Doug Williams driving it into the head of Kerry Cabrero that it couldn't even withstand Cabrero's weight as he tried to use it as a springboard. Cabrero went right through the chair, hurting his leg in the process, but still he comes with the roll-up. Still he tried to get the job done. Kerry Cabrero is awesome. What an awesome athlete, shaking the ropes, not allowing Williams to go to the top rope to get an advantage. Cabrero's looking for his own advantage using the top ropes. But Doug Williams, it was a sunset flip from the top rope. Kerry Cabrero's shoulder hit the chair, doing further damage to that shoulder. Williams looking to pinpoint the damage. There's a count. 2, 3. I thought there was a 3 count. I thought that was it. I thought it was all over. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought that was the end of the match. I thought Williams had gotten it done. I thought we'd seen the end of the show. I was just about to tell you that next week we will have a very special show as ECW's Jasmine responds to comments made by Alex Shane on his TalkSport wrestling show. Alex Shane called out Jasmine's boyfriend the Blue Meanie. We do know this, Jasmine is on a plane, even as we speak, making her way to the United Kingdom, where she has a surprise for Alex Shane. But back to this match, a series of German suplex. The impact on the back of Kerry Cabrero's neck must be awesome. It must be indescribable. Kerry Cabrero is a rag doll. He's being mistreated by Doug Williams in a way that a cruel dog owner mistreats his pup. Only this time, Kerry Cabrero has no RSPCA. All he has is Steve Linsky, and Linsky's not much help, I'm afraid. Still, Cabrero finds the spirit to fight. A cradle roll through, 2 counts. A 2 count only. Doug Williams is showing that he is a fighting champion. He may not have wanted this match. Another Northern Lights suplex into the count. 2. Only a 2 count again. Doug Williams kicked out. As I was saying, he may not have wanted this match, but he's taken to it with aplomb. Both men should be commended for their efforts. This has been an awesome match. I hate Doug Williams. He's an anarchist. He's a risk to my job. But Kerry Cabrero and Doug Williams have had a hell of a match. But at what cost? Kerry Cabrero's arm is giving him so much trouble. He can't use it. He's been winged. He's down 2 legs and 1 arm. If Doug Williams puts that other arm out of commission, Kerry Cabrero is a no-armed man in this fight. And then surely he's right for Doug Williams to take him home, to take him to Loserville. Williams to roll through into a German suplex. I believe it's called the Chaos Theory. Still only a 2 count. What will it take to put Kerry Cabrero away? Can Doug Williams finish this? We don't have much TV time remaining. The cameras will keep rolling if the TV time elapses before the end of this match. But I can tell you something. Doug Williams wants to get it done. He wants to go home. He's had a hard day, made even worse by the fact that Kerry Cabrero isn't doing what he was supposed to do. As far as Doug Williams is concerned, Kerry Cabrero was supposed to lie down and die. That's what everyone has done before in the FWA to Doug Williams. Nobody has given him as much trouble as Kerry Cabrero. Let's not forget, this is all Victoria's doing. This is all... Oh! Top rope flatliner! Oh, I thought we had a new champion. I thought Kerry Cabrero had done it. That was 2 and 999 1,000. How did Doug Williams get his shoulder up? How did he do it? Revolution! Revolution DDT! His patented finishing move. There's the 3 count. Doug Williams has prevailed. Oh no! This is bad. This is bad for the FWA. You may like it at home, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Williams may provide you with hours of entertainment, but my job is on the line. Doug Williams is a risk to my job. Here we see the replay. The Revolution DDT. Doug Williams is still champion. What a champion he is, but I don't like it one bit. Victoria won't be happy either. Oh.
Mark, no breeder back. Couldn't keep us off the air.
No. And guess what we're back with next week? Oh!
Free TV.
We got Bree! We got breed! We got breed!
Those punks, as Doug Williams celebrates, as the new breed steal my airtime. We gotta go!